introduce our next speaker, someone who I am so proud to be able to call a friend of mine, someone who served with such great distinction in the New Hampshire State Senate, and also as the former Senate Majority Leader, someone who I am just so very excited to be able to introduce to you, my friend, and someone who I think will be an excellent next governor of the state of New Hampshire, our former Senate Majority Leader, Maggie Hassan.
Introduction, and I am so honored to have you on my team. Democrats, are you pumped up? Yeah. Are we getting ready to win in November? Yeah. I know I am. A big congratulations to the New Hampshire Democratic Party on a successful convention today. It is great to hear from Senator Shaheen about the work she is doing on all of our behalf in Washington. And I want to join in thanking Governor Lynch for 8 years of steady, strong leadership that has moved New Hampshire forward, put people back to work, and built a better future for our children. I was so proud to serve with you, Governor Lynch. Let's give Senator Shaheen and Governor Lynch a big hand. Their strong and balanced leadership has made New Hampshire a better place and demonstrated the power and effectiveness of our democratic values. And Governor O'Malley, thank you for your work. I'm going to get this right before we go on. There we go. And to Governor O'Malley, thank you for your work with the Democratic Governors Association. Yep. We're going to get technical assistance. Perfect. Let's start that again. And to Governor O'Malley, thank you for your work with the Democratic Governors Association. And thanks for making the New Hampshire governor's race a top priority. Because we are going to need the DGA's help to beat back the extreme Republicans in the fall. And thanks to all of you. You can clap for that. We want to be here to and thanks to all of you, most importantly, for being here today and for caring so much about our state's future. I was raised by a World War II veteran and a high school history teacher. My mom and dad taught me that there was nothing more honorable than serving your community. I've spent my life bringing people together to find common ground and to solve problems as a business attorney, as a mom, and during my time in public service. My involvement on the state level began more than a decade ago, when then Governor Shaheen appointed me to advise an education funding commission because of my experience as a business lawyer and as the mother of a child with severe disabilities. I made sure people understood the challenges facing families like mine and so many families across New Hampshire. This experience led to my service in the state Senate. I'm running for governor so that every New Hampshire family, no matter what its challenges, will have the opportunity to succeed. I am proud. Thank you for that. I am proud that my peers selected me to serve as Senate Majority Leader. I was able to work closely with Governor Lynch and my colleagues to turn our vision into practical solutions that move us forward. And we need to continue that progress now and build on the work of Governor Lynch by making sure that we are the best workforce in the country, so that the best, most innovative businesses will come to New Hampshire to start, and then they will stay here to grow. With that as our focus, our economy will grow, and our people will prosper. Now, folks, our likely Republican opponent, Ovid LaMontagne, is well known to most people in New Hampshire for having lost a race for governor to Jeanne Shaheen in the 90s, and having lost a close race to Kelly Ayotte for the US Senate just 2 years ago. And even though Ovid has long been an active member of the New Hampshire Republican establishment, he's running now for governor as an outsider. Pretty hard to believe, considering that the only GOP event that he's ever been on the outside of is the Victory Party. That's because Ovid has the wrong priorities, and the policies he represents will hurt New Hampshire's middle-class families and our economy. Together, folks, we are going to make sure that Ovid is on the outside of any victory parties this fall. Now, Ovid says he wants to be radically different than Governor Lynch. And we know what his radical difference will look like, because Speaker of the House, Bill O'Brien, a man who Ovid praises, is showing us. Here's what their radical difference looks like. They will dismantle the middle class by passing bills that take away the rights of working men and women to organize and negotiate with their employers. As governor, I will always stand up for hardworking men and women, and I will veto the so-called right to work. By repealing universal kindergarten, telling children that they don't have to go to school at all, and by giving millions of tax dollars to private schools. As your governor, you can count on me to fight for a 21st century public education that prepares our children for the new economy. They will continue to deny climate change and will repeal RGGI, killing clean energy jobs, increasing energy costs for our families and our businesses, and increasing air pollution. As governor, I will protect our environment, and I will fight for clean jobs. Governor O'Brien will cut funding for higher education and healthcare while providing tax giveaways to big tobacco and tax evaders. As governor, I will balance the books without forgetting the people we serve, and like Governors Lynch and Shaheen, will do it without a broad-based income or sales tax. They will repeal marriage equality, denying thousands of Granite Staters the chance to marry. As governor, just as I did in the state Senate, I will promote equality and protect people's right to marry the person they love. Ovid and O'Brien will deny women access to basic health care, like birth control, and will do away with Medicare for our seniors. As governor, I will protect a woman's right to choose and make her own health care decisions. And I will not let them take over health care for our seniors. Not on my watch, not today. Folks, calling this a clear choice is an understatement. We cannot let Bill O'Brien and Ovid LaMontagne win. I need you to stand with me against their radical and extreme agenda. Stand with me every time they try to dismantle the middle class, suppress individual liberties, or buckle to corporate interests. We need to stand up against them and for the people of New Hampshire so that we are an innovative, business-friendly state with a strong economy and the best workforce in the nation. fall. This is a marathon, and it has already begun. New Hampshire is at a crossroads. We need to communicate with every single voter about the difference between our forward-looking agenda and Ovid's extreme backwards agenda. Ovid sides with the O'Brien supermajority legislature, focusing on divisive policies that hurt middle-class families. He stands against Governor Lynch and his effective leadership. Let's fight to protect the state we know and love, and let's move forward together. I also want to acknowledge my friend and former colleague, Jackie Silly. We share a deep passion for this state and a commitment to public service. And to Bill Kennedy, thank you for your sacrifice and commitment to our country. I look forward to this campaign because we all of us share the same goal. We want to secure a better future for New Hampshire's families. And so we are going to be united in this election because the stakes are so high. The O'Brien-LaMontagne agenda is turning our state into a place that none of us recognize and none of us want. The O'Brien-LaMontagne, New Hampshire, is not the state I raised my children in. It is not the state I want my children to raise their children in. Let's protect the New Hampshire we know and love. Let's fight for our state, and together we will win in November. Thank you very much.